let's look at the Canik SFX rival compared to the new Springfield Echelon. And the reason I'm pitting these two guns against each other is because they are both two of the best shooting polymer frame guns that I actually own, right? So we're going to look at 5 different things to determine which one is the best. We're going to look at their features, we'll look at the trigger, we'll look at the capacity, how they shoot and handle on the range, and what they come with stock from the factory, right? And the reason I like to do that is because not everybody that buys a gun can just go out and buy an optic or a holster or you know, anything else, you know? I mean, that's just the reality of it. And so I want to look at what these guns come with. So, you know, what is the value there? How good of a value is each one of these guns? Let's go ahead and check out the features. Let's talk about the features of the SFX rival here. First, this is the dark side, by the way. You have lightning cuts everywhere. You have them on the side, underneath, where it meets the dust cover right here. You have them right here, exposing part of the fluted barrel right there. Front fiber optics. And these aggressive serrations in the front allow you to do your press checks without too much worry of your finger slipping off. You can see the lightning cut in the top of the slide. You can see the hood of the barrel right there. Picatinny rail, aluminum, flat face trigger, ambi slide stop right there, takedown notches right there. 18 rounds in the magazine. They also send the gun with the extended magazine well right there. Back straps, we'll talk a little bit more about what this gun comes with. Extended magazine release. Magazines do a good job of popping out of the gun. And I'm rocking the mini shot on here from Sightmark. This is actually a pretty freaking good budget optic right there. All in all, a feature-rich gun. I think you're going to be impressed with what that gun comes with too. The Echelon is no slouch in features, so what they've done is they've upped the ante when it comes to gripping and you know, working the gun, the battery of arms on this gun. So they have this flared section right in here that has wings that are milled in, all right? And so these relief cuts will allow you, no matter where you grab the pistol, not only do you have a good surface to grab onto, but right in here, which will, you know, not allow your fingers to slip at all. Full-size pick rail, none of the lightning cuts and anything like that. It's not ported. You can get these things with tritium sights, or you can actually get them threaded as well. You have their adaptive grip texturing, right? So you have the initial layer, which is fairly smooth, and then once you put pressure on the grip, that's where that additional layer comes in, keeping the gun locked into your hand. I like this holster too. Outside the waistband, sweet. You have it on the takedown lever. You have it up here for your support hand. You have it over here for your indexing point. Magazine release is not really extended, but it is a full-time ambi release along with the slide stop. So as opposed to having more of a larger surface right here for your slide stop, these are super low profile, but still do a good enough job in allowing you to hit that to close the slide or lock it back. 17 rounds in the gun. They've also created an indexing point here, so you don't have to worry about your hand slipping off no matter where you charge the gun. Now, it does not come with the RMR nor the Surefire. Springfield sent me this gun though with those two things. So when it comes to features, I'd say the Canik SFX rival is a little more feature rich. Does that pay off to a better shooting gun? Well, that's yet to be determined, but I think, you know, overall there's more features on the SFX rival. Okay, A couple of things that the Echelon has that you won't see though is the cog, which is the central operating group, which allows you to swap frame sizes. So the SFX Rival has back straps, but the Echelon has different frame sizes and back straps, which allow you to cater this gun to almost to any position or any desired size that you want. They also have their interlocking system that comes with the ability to mount 30 different optics without plates. So you can't say that about any other pistol. So when it comes to the amount of features, I'd say the SFX Rival wins. But when it comes to the cool features here, that one right there, the Viz, for mounting optics, is probably the best feature here. So I would almost give it to the Echelon just solely based on that, because having to buy plates, having to swap plates depending on the optic you have is just annoying. And so the fact that you can put 30 different optics on there straight from the factory is freaking awesome. I talk about that a little bit more in my full review, by the way. Let's talk about the triggers. Typically, to get a really good trigger, you know, you're talking about like a single action CZ type of trigger, but companies have figured out how to do this without having a hammer and having a striker fired system. I think the first really good trigger I had in a striker fire gun was the PPQ, but since then companies have kind of caught on that, hey, this makes a big difference. So you hit the wall, boom, reset, right there. Right there. The SFX Rival is no slouch though, right? A little bit different, and this gun is a little bit wider too, right? Not that it makes a huge difference on the range like you're about to see, but it is a little bit more of a stretch. So I really need to get one of those other back straps and put on this gun. Regardless, you get the wall, oh, it already broke, hold on. You get to the wall, boom. It's a lighter pull, right? There's less travel there as well, making this just an incredibly predictable gun to shoot, which is going to translate on the range, which is what you're about to see right now. All right.
Not bad.
There you go. Told you it's pretty good. Looking at the two, when it comes to accuracy, there's no way I could really pick. Maybe I was shooting the Echelon a little better that day, but if you look back at any of my videos with the SFX Rival, this thing is a freaking tank, dude. It is seriously impressive. And so I think the only thing I can really say is the lower bore axis here creates a gun that has less muzzle rise.
Ooh, this is sweet.
It's a nice one. And so when it comes to the shooting, as good as the Rival is, I would have to go with the Echelon. Just a flatter shooting gun, and overall, just a little bit better of a shooter. Now let's look at the capacity of the guns, right, and the size of them. Overall, you can tell that the Springfield is a little bit wider towards the muzzle, but then it obviously thins out where they have that indexing point. But the Canik all the way around, let's kind of even that up a little bit more. The Canik all the way around is just a slightly bigger gun. And you get 18 rounds compared to 17. But when it comes to this size of gun, you know, more capacity, the better. You know, you got a little bit taller gun. It is a heavier gun too now. You know, this one's about 24 ounces. I think 24.9 with the extended magazines. And this one's right at like 29 ounces. So you have quite a bit of difference there. One thing about the Canik is, you know, it comes with the 18 round mags, but the Echelon has the 20 round extended magazines as well. So what about the price and availability of the magazines? You know, both of them are available. The Echelon mags are proprietary to this gun, while the ones from the SFX Rival will fit multiple guns in the Canik lineup, and you can get the +2 extensions for about $5 cheaper. And so because the Echelon is a little bit newer, the SFX and multiple Caniks have been out that take a lot more of these magazines, I would say with the versatility and the cheaper cost, the Canik there wins, even with a little more weight and size. But when you start talking about this, well, really, at the end of the day, they're both, to me, outside the waistband type of guns anyways. One thing I will say though, I'm impressed with Springfield and how they've come out with the Hellcat Pro, even the Hellcat. Their size, weight, capacity ratio is really good. I mean, there's some smaller carry guns that are like, you know, 22 ounces. So you're talking about, you know, 2 to 3 ounces more for a full-size duty gun. That's pretty good. And actually, with the 17 round mag, it's like 23.9 ounces. That's even better. And it all comes down to this. What do the guns come with? Well, the Echelon is pretty simple. You can get the base version here. You can get a lower capacity depending on the state you live in. You can also get threaded with night sights. It comes with the back straps. Okay. Lock, manual, all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much it though. You got to buy the additional grip modules. You, of course, you know, both guns, you would have to buy an optic. You know, it doesn't come with the light. It does come with 3 sets of your variable interlocking system here for your optics. So again, it will fit 30 different ones right out of the box. And it's going to come with 2 magazines. This part of the video, I'm going to have to move things around because the Canik Rival comes with much more than that. Here's the cover for the top if you don't have an optic, right? But it also comes with an adjustable sight right there. You have cleaning brush, a rod, you got a little punch right there. It actually comes with 2 guns for the price of 1. A little Canik. This is actually a tool that you can use to, you know, do various things with the gun, and it's got some fiber optic sights and stuff in there. You got a couple of back straps right there. Manual, lock, all that crap. You have, with the dark side, you have 5 different plates. Some that have the rear sight built in, some that don't. I believe the other version comes with 4 plates. You have a loader, and then you have some of these are the polymer, but it also comes with the aluminum base plates that are installed on the gun. That's not it though. It comes with its own holster. And these holsters have actually gotten better over time. Something that you can realistically carry outside the waistband. It also actually comes with this extended mag well like we talked about before. So when it comes to value, they're both listed at an MSRP of $679. This one's made in Turkey, this one's made in Croatia. The Canik wins hands down. All in all, this is a tough decision. You know, these do not come threaded, right? Where you can get the Echelon threaded. That Viz locking system, again, is one of my favorite things that they put on this gun. It's got an incredible trigger, and it really is an amazing shooter, right? And so, all in all, I think the Echelon slightly edges this out. But if you want a gun that's pretty much just as good of a shooter, that's going to come with more, I would take the SFX Rival any day of the week. It's just that good, right? I don't know. There's something about this gun, right? If we were talking about a regular XD, this would win hands down. I'm not a huge fan of the regular XD series, but what they've done with the Echelon is truly, to me, the best pistol they've ever come out with. And that's saying a lot, considering how, you know, popular their XD series has been. But I think this is just light years above what the XD series used to be. So that's where I'm at with it, man. If you like this video, surely maybe you'll like the review I did on the Echelon or what I did with the SFX Rival. Make sure you check those out. I'll leave cards for y'all. If you have any more suggestions, if you want me to review this or compare it to something else that you know I have, let me know. Big thanks to you guys. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.